This is an El Cheapo box cutter, and this can be used as a weapon, but it's not the best weapon. Yes, I would prefer to use this if I needed to. This is a better weapon than this. This is better at cutting. Like, this can cut really well. If you slice somebody's neck with this, or yeah, this can cut. This is good at cutting, like this, slashing. Obviously not stabbing, even though it's kind of tentacle shaped at the edge of it here. This is not good for stabbing. All it's going to do is push this back into the handle if you stab something. Slash it with this. You can slash with it. Now with these cheap ones, it could break off if you hit something. See, it's not even stable. This is an El Cheapo box cutter. When it's fully extended, especially, it's weak. The further in you have it, the more stable it is. The more support it has at the back. See? The further inside the handle, the shorter you make it, the more support it has backwards, and it's less likely to fall off. If you have it fully extended like this, there's not a lot of plastic at the back here supporting it. So now it's the weakest. And you can see it, especially sideways, it's weak. So if you hit like this, it's likely to break off. If you would hit at the wrong angle here, it will bend to a certain point, but then it will break off. So this is for slicing, attacking like this with the blade, no stabbing. It's only one side, but for cutting, it's pretty damn good. For cutting, it's good for cutting, not for stabbing. And what you could do, you could use two of these. Have this here, this for stabbing, this can cut. Now, if you cut somebody with this, it's likely to break. Maybe you can get one cut in, but don't be surprised if it breaks, if you hit something with this. If it breaks off, comes out of the handle, and now all you're holding is this handle here. But it can be used as a weapon. It can be used as a weapon. And you can operate this with one hand. It's something good to practice too. Opening it with one hand. Pulling this down enables the safety. Like this. You can do it different ways. Simple way is to do this with the thumb. Push it up like this, and it's fully extended. 1, 2. Take the thumb, pull down, and I just locked it in place. You can also use it two-handed like this, and then basically push up like this. And I have it just at the right angle where you can barely see the blade there. Turn it a little bit, you can see it. Like this. And this is for cutting. Slicing, slashing. This is better for stabbing. And I will sharpen this. It's a little bit blunted because I've stabbed wood boards with it, and it's blunted the tip of it. Now this could still cut through. This would still penetrate the body, especially if you apply a lot of force on it. But let's see if we can sharpen it with this actually. Do a little bit of do it yourself. Prepare stuff here. If you don't make yourself a bit crazy now, what the problem will do, they will have other people make themselves look crazy and try to get discredited by association. That's all they can do, pretty much. It's like, I'm a target individual. I don't talk about hearing voices in my head because I don't sound crazy now when I talk about secret government conspiracies. So what the program will need to do, what the government will need to do, because I'm not making discredit myself enough. I'm not making myself sound crazy enough from their perspective. Talk about this. They'll have to have other people talk about being target individuals cleanly be talking videos, and they will talk crazy. They will make themselves sound crazy. Talk about hearing voices in the head, and aliens and whatever else to talk about, and then I'll be lumped in with them and be discredited by association to other people that are crazy. See? And it works for most people because most people are so freaking dumb now. Unfortunately. Take it easy, babe, don't worry. And I'm sharpening this tip now. Let's do this. I'm sharpening this tip with this. Actually, I gotta get my glasses out for this in case it will into the blade breaks off. With a safety sword. I'm gonna sharpen this. It's already sharper. And as you can see, I've sharpened it. And for plastic, this is a pretty tough material. It's not that easy to work with. It's harder than wood to work with. And I'm starting to get a more and more functional tip. Then I'm going to melt, use lighter, and I'm going to melt the tip. So yeah, if you look at this now, I've gotten the edge back. I've gotten a functional edge back. It used to be too blunt, and it's not a perfect edge, but it's sharper now. See? Now it can be used for stabbing again. It could before too, but like borderline a little bit too round. I'm gonna get a little bit more here. See, on this side it's a little bit thicker here. I'm gonna have to yeah, I'm gonna work that. As you can see it now, it looks like this. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get a lighter. I'm gonna go to the kitchen, to the cooking stove, and it has an air exhaust. It pulls in air. I'm not gonna be heating plastic and have these toxic fumes going to my living room. I'm gonna stand where you cook, and you have an air outlet there, so it pulls in air. takes it out of the house. I'm gonna go there, and I'm gonna just use a lighter to kind of melt this a little bit and get it more smooth. I'll be back soon. Close to FGXWasp. One of my favorite knives. One of my favorite knives out of all the knives I own, to be honest with you. I think it costs about 20 bucks with shipping. Not bad. And I just fixed the tip there. This back in place. Okay, babe. Yeah, so this is the tip now. I fixed it. Look, it's sharp again. And what I did, I went to the kitchen, I got a lighter, and under the air exhaust, I heated it up. Then I went to the bathroom, put down the cold water to set it again. And it's back to being sharp, functional, more functional. Before it was rounded, and this is a plastic knife, remember that. I used it for training before, and I did stabs on wood boards here, these wood boards. And after doing that like 60 times or something, it became a little bit rounded. And all I need to do is the box cutter and sharpen it at the right angle. And now I have a functional edge again. And this, same thing with this. I've cut really dense wood with this, slashed. So some of these serrations have been a little bit worn down here. And I can sharpen these and get it to be more yeah, kind of sharpen it again. But it's gonna take some work and I gotta be careful. I can try it. I could try it. Iron sharpened with iron. In this case, it's steel sharpened with plastic. Iron sharpened iron. So sharpened that man the countenance of its friend. That's from Proverbs. Yeah, I'm gonna have to work on this some more. It's a good knife. They have a steel one too. Yeah. Oops, I accidentally blocked somebody. Hold on, I gotta fix it.